Hello people of YouTube and welcome to Dutch lesson number 4, counting and ordinal numbers. Today we are indeed going to learn how to count in Dutch. So let's get started. We are first slowly going to be walking through numbers 1 through 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. As you might have noticed in that lineup, the numbers from 11 through 14 are exceptions to the rest of the numbers because they are not pronounced as 1-10, 2-10, 3-10 or 14. They are 11 instead of 1-10, 11. Then we get 12 instead of 2-10, 12. After that is 13 instead of 3-10, 13. It's quite similar to each other, but 3-10 is obviously not proper Dutch. And then we get 14 with double E instead of IE. So 14 instead of 14. Also quite similar to each other. After that, it is just the number plus 10. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And then we get to 20, which is 20. Following this, let's go through the tens until 100. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100. Combining numbers from 20 to 100 works the opposite way as it does in English. So say you have the number 23 in English, in Dutch that would be 3 en 20. 3 and 20. That's one word, one number. 3 and 20. 3 en 20. Some other examples would be 57, 57, 57. It's the other way around as it is in English. Or 97, 97, 97, 97. Hundreds and upwards roughly work the same as in English. So you first get the 100 number and then the smaller number. So 150, 150. But then of course, as the first digit changes, keep in mind that it is still the other way around as it is in English. So instead of 153, it's going to be 153. It's slightly different than it would be in English. And this, trust me, will forever remain confusing. I messed this up a lot still, especially when I switch back from English to Dutch, because I will get the tendency to do it the simpler English way. So let's do some examples. 120, 125, 330, 339, 780, 788. In the thousand range, you have two different ways of pronouncing numbers that are both correct. You can go with 5200 or with 5200. It is the same number, but is split somewhere differently. Both ways of pronouncing are correct though. Another example could be 7820 or 7820. So same number but pronunciation wise split at a different digit. And both are correct. 10,000s and upwards still work roughly the same as in English. They just pile up. 1, 11, 111, 1111, 11.111, 111.111, 1.111.111. Like I said, just like in English, they just sort of keep stacking up. 2, 22, 222, 2222, 22.222, 22.222, 222.222, 2.222.222. Right, so those were the basics of counting. It was a bit much, I know, but it's just a matter of hearing the numbers over and over again, trying to pronounce them yourself and trying to put them in different orders yourself as a means of practice as well. And that brings us to ordinal numbers, or in Dutch, rangtelwoorden. Rank counting words, such as first, second, third, fourth, fifth, etc. In Dutch, there's only one exception in ordinal numbers, and that is the word for first, which is eerste instead of eenste. Eerste. After eerste, it is just the normal number followed by de or ste. So, eerste, tweede, derde, vierde, vijfde, zesde, zevende, achtste, negende, tiende. Following that, everything between 10 and 20 gets the de ending, elfde, twaalfde, dertiende, and everything after 20 gets the ste ending, 21ste, 22ste, 23ste. And that, the ste ending, literally goes on forever. So, 1.300.379 ste, for example. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was it for today, counting and ordinal numbers. I hope you learned something from this. If you have any suggestions or questions for this Dutch course, leave them down in the comments below, of course. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Doei!